Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Boss channel. It's Ryan here, and thanks for joining me in yet another week where we break more obstacles in your online business. Today, I want to talk about how we can get more done in less time, how we can be more efficient when faced with the obstacle of a huge to-do list and little time or manpower. If you're doing an online business, especially by yourself, your to-do list might seem overwhelming at the start. You may have to get your website up and running, fix bugs, do research, produce content, run ads, create digital products, manage payment systems, and a whole host of other things. So how do you not let a to-do list overwhelm you into giving up and abandoning your online business? The answer lies in what they call a Kanban board. A Kanban board is a visual board that helps manage a workflow process. What it does is basically organize tasks from start to finish so that you can get things done more efficiently. Kanban is a Japanese word that generally describes a process to improve work systems. The story goes that during the 1940s, Toyota built a system to accommodate their just-in-time production method that produced things only when customers needed them. They used the Kanban method to find out what materials were missing and to get the work process done faster. Different organizations have since applied the same method in the workplace to improve efficiency, and today, we are going to look at how you can build your own Kanban board to help speed up your own work efficiency for your online business. First of all, before you build your own Kanban board, don't think you'll run to the App Store and download one so that it can exist as one of the many apps on your phone. No. The success of the Kanban board depends on its visibility among other things. For it to work, you have to see it, preferably every day, which means you may need to hang a board in your office, your bedroom, your corridor, your office desk, or any wall that allows you to see it daily. For it to succeed, you have to see it daily without having to remember to do so. So how do we build your own Kanban board? You simply follow these 3 steps. You brainstorm, create columns or categories, and then you automate. So let's get through them here. What's brainstorming? Brainstorming in this case means putting down all the items you want to do in the near future. It doesn't matter what it is. Take about 5 to 10 minutes and just write down all the activities you want to get done in the next 6 months to 1 year. It's an exercise where you just empty all your thoughts onto a piece of paper. Doesn't matter if it's work-related or personal stuff because you can't ignore either one. You have to take your time and put them down on a piece of paper. Go crazy with it. Don't think anything is too small or too big to get done. Don't hold back. Just write and relieve your brain of the stress in storing all those things you want to get done. List down the items you feel have to be done within the next 2 to 3 weeks. The next step is to create columns or categories. Now everyone who uses a Kanban board will tell you they use a different style of board, but the outcomes are the same. When it comes to creating the columns, what you'll be doing is organizing your workflow throughout the week so that you prioritize what's important and get it done before doing all the other stuff that usually just gets in the way. So again, the number of columns isn't important. The main columns that you must fill, though, are the list of items you need to do in the near or immediate future, a priority list, the days to deliver, and the done or completed column. I say that the number or type of columns might change depending on your type of environment, your type of work, where you are, and what you want accomplished. But you can start with these columns and then keep fine-tuning your board as you go. So let's look at the first column. The first column usually has the list of items you want to get done in general. You can call it what you want, to-do list, jobs, goals, or whatever. I call mine menu to sound less formal. The first column is where you'll list all the items you want to get done in the next few weeks. These items will be pulled from the list you used while brainstorming. List down the items you feel have to be done in the next 2-3 weeks. Don't try to be perfect. No one's going to award you for doing so. Just get started and let's go. This column can include items from work and some from your personal to-do list. You can have items like build a website, buy a domain name, health checkup, create ads for X business, buy my daughter's teddy bear, and so on. You're only required to list 8 to 10 items, not everything from your brainstorm sheet. The brainstorm sheet will remain with items that you can always come back to. Once you have the 8 to 10 items in your first column, you can now fill out the next column. I call the next column action. You can call it ready to do or priority or in the oven or anything that means you are ready to take action on them. This list will have a maximum of 5 items. These 5 items will be removed from the first column. The board is now telling you that we are ready to move forward with these 5 tasks from the to-do list you identified. So you can remove 5 items and wipe them off the first column. We are making some progress. That's now 2 columns done on your Kanban board, and this is where things start to get interesting. Previously, my next column was called Today, and it carried only one item from the action list that I had to complete that day without question. But it has evolved since then, as you can see. And it evolved because life happened, and when it was happening to me, it disorganized my board so much that I had to take a break because I wasn't getting anything done from there. I felt very unproductive and confused about how to handle tasks this way, so I had to change things around to accommodate any unforeseen life interruptions. So now, instead of having a Today column, I decided to split it into 3 parts. One part indicates Today, meaning you move whatever task is ready from the Action column and place it in the Today column only when you're sure you can complete it that very day. This kind of task that you must accomplish on one day will depend on what task it is. In a sense, if you have to say buy a computer part, you can easily accomplish that in one day, so you can move that item there. But if you have to build a website or fix a software bug, there are no guarantees that you'll do it in one day without any interruptions. That's why I added a second part to the column, which is days 1 to 3, meaning you must complete an unpredictable task in 1 to 3 days. So say you have to build a website, and you know that you have nowhere to start, so you think it might take longer than a day, then put it in the 1 to 3 day column. Either one of these two has to be occupied, not both, so that you work on that task only for that day or in those 3 days. Then the last box in the column is pending work. This happens when your tasks are dependent on third parties, like a team member or the government or any other unforeseen third-party interference. You can leave items in the pending box while the other hiccups stopping it are being worked on, and then when it's ready, you can move it back to the Action column or straight to the Today column. Once that is done, it will bring us to the final column, which is called Done or Completed. It's the column that reminds you of your progress and hard work. It's the column where you put all your completed jobs. Always try and fill it so that it reminds you of where you've come from and how much you've accomplished. Place all your completed tasks here, and don't hesitate to pop your collar when you glance at them every day. Then finally, the last step of building your Kanban board will be automation. This just means you follow the steps from the beginning to the end. Brainstorm, write down your to-dos, shift 8 to 10 of them to the Menu column, then down the line to the Action and Today columns until they are finally completed. This rinse and repeat exercise can happen every end of week or 2 weeks depending on how busy your board is. And that's about it. It's a system that has been around for many years, and it goes a long way in breaking the obstacle of procrastination and reduced work efficiency. I always say, if you have your doubts, just give it a try and see how it works out. You'll be amazed at how much you can get done in such little time. Get a visual board, that's a must. Avoid apps or software, then choose between using a marker to list your items or post-it notes. I personally use a marker since all my notes kept flying off the board when the glue got weak. But set up your board and let's take action together. Hope this was helpful. As usual, if you liked the video, then share with a friend or your friends. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to break more obstacles in online business. See you next time, and thanks for watching.